Wasn't that nice?
That was
Yeah,
amazing.
it was
A lot of
great.
good
Good
history,
job.
good pictures.
Really good. Good
What's the
job.
story behind
The story behind
like
it.
who created it? How like
Michael, I know you had a lot to do with it, and
I've always
Benny,
wanted to
and
do that.
Always
And
wanted
took
to.
care of it. Oh really? Nice one.
That was good.
Very cool.
Yeah, that is
Great
fantastic.
ad, yeah.
Harry
that was
taught him
awesome.
well.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be one of those assets that you're glad you have 20 years
Oh,
from now
yeah,
and 40
absolutely.
years from now.
Mhm.
Heck yeah.
Or storm.
Or storm, right? All that
Mhm.
thing. Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
I could
great.
see you coming back later and doing
Mm-hmm.
this was then, now this is now.
Mm-hmm.
So many of those out there. That's fantastic. All right, well, let's it's a little after 6. Let me do this. Call to order this regularly scheduled meeting of the Kildare Hills Board of Commissioners. Would you please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As life marches on, just got some news that a friend had passed away today, and I know that happens all the time, but let us all think of folks who are having a tough day today, and join me in a moment of silence. Thank you so much. All right. That video just caught in my head now.
Yeah, it was really good.
Always proud to live here, but takes it to another level. You have an agenda ahead of you, in front of you.
Move to approve the agenda as outlined.
Thank you, sir.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries unanimously. We have an agenda. First item on the agenda is public comment. Always good to see a couple new faces in the audience. This is something we do at every meeting, at the beginning of the meeting and at the end. We have 2 public comments each meeting. We just ask you keep it 2-3 minutes. Identify yourself and where you live. And I'm just talking to give you time to get up the courage to go up there because I don't see anybody scampering to the podium. I don't think we had anybody sign up.
No, sir.
All right. If courage hasn't hit you yet, you still have another opportunity at the end of the meeting. All right, we're going to close
Stick around.
public comment. And it's scary to sit up here. It's scary to get up there. Public speaking is hard. Let's see here. So, response to public comment. Don't need that. Any ongoing business? That's
Yes,
not-
sir.
All right, then we'll jump right into new business. We've got a recommendation for the bid acceptance of the 2023-2024 street drainage and right-of-way improvement projects. I see our engineer in the audience, always steering us in the right direction. Do we have any presentation, or what are we going to jump right into it?
We'll jump right into it. Pete Patrick, who wants to come on up to the
Pete will prop me up. I'm Patrick Lewis with American Engineering, Mayor Sproul and Board of Commissioners and Town Manager Debbie. Great to be here this evening and present this project as part of the ongoing streets improvement program, drainage improvement program, and water system improvement program. This project will take Seminole Street off the poor streets and prevent Indian from being put onto the poor streets, as well as assist with that entire area as part of the upgrades after the 3rd Street drainage project to continue to help folks in that area with flooding problems. And we did not get to do this last year because of the inflationary environment that we're in right now, but town staff has done a really good job of prioritizing the funding that's available to the town to ensure that this relief can be brought as quickly as possible to the town's residents. So we recommend it be approved, and also wanted to point out the bid that won this project was about $100,000 lower than the bid that would have been awarded last year. We hope that this is a green shoot that we see in the pricing environment that we are in. We're going to remain cautious and continue to push forward as best we can until we see that this is a sign of some relief to come. So thank you all for your time and your consideration, and I'll leave the rest for the board. Are there any
Did you have any-
questions?
Sorry?
Are there any questions?
Oh, I was saying the same thing. Do you have any
Yeah,
questions?
I
Go
have
ahead.
one question. I noticed that they're talking about a water main replacement. Now that's not street money to do that, right? That's water funds?
Correct,
Okay.
correct. And that's
I
part of
was
the,
just concerned that we were losing some street paving because
Oh,
of
no.
that. And
It's like
thank
six-
you, ma'am.
it's like
none,
600
none whatsoever. In fact, that's part of the asbestos water main replacement program
Right.
throughout the town.
Okay. That was my question.
I think it's broken out. It's like 600K from the water fund goes to that. And the rest is out of streets. Yep. I was fascinated to see the other bids, and that they weren't apart by about 100,000 or so, but how they got there was wildly different from one to the next.
Yes.
So it's a tough thing to bid that stuff, I'm sure. But yeah, the competitive process is very great to see it all be that transparent, so anybody in the public could see, everybody that bid and all that sort of thing. And I'm glad we had the flexibility of the budget to move that around. I saw how that.
Yes, sir. I'd like to just speak to that
Mhm.
for a moment. As you recall, the board gave staff permission back in the fall, I guess it was, or to bid this way, to give the successful bidder a larger window to order materials, line it up on their schedule. So you're going to award, hopefully, this contract tonight, and I will sign it in this fiscal year. That's why the last bullet is on the second page of my memo. We'll actually be pulling this money from fund balance, undesignated fund balance in the general fund and retained earnings in the water fund. We can do that because of the over 2.3 million money that we discussed before, that will go back into fund balance at the end of June 30. However, the work will not begin until the next fiscal year when we go into 23-24. So thank you for letting us do that. That's one reason that you're not getting your budget this evening, is because how that budget was going to be presented to you was contingent on how this played out.
Right.
I just wanted to explain that. And this is something that we're hoping, along with the engineers, that we can continue to look at doing. And that's we saw it with Beach Renourishment, when you can give those contractors
windows.
a bigger window. We saw it, how necessary it was with the supply chain issues with that stem from COVID. And I think we may see that it will save us money in the long run, as long as fiscally we can do this. So those bullets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bullets on the second page of my memo is what we need, and you can simply do a motion as presented if you approve all of those. So thank you.
Yeah, bravo to the creativity to
Yeah, I
to
think
do it
it's
that
pretty
way.
pretty smart.
And it's very astute to figure that out.
Good teamwork.
Yeah.
These bidders are putting a premium on it based on fear, or
And-
the unknown.
Well, and it's also good that we now have 3 bidders.
Yeah.
You have Barnhill, Fred Smith, and Hatchell, who this will be awarded to. And they sub off each other. So we've seen all of their work. We know they do good quality work. We've got good engineers and staff watching it. So
And the drainage that is put in with these streets is phenomenal. I mean, it's really solving some drainage problems.
well, and it truly makes it a 20-year street.
Yeah.
If you don't have the drainage, the street's not going to
Not
last.
going to last
Yeah,
that long.
that's right. That's right. It really even surprised me after they did mine. I saw some more where they had done it, and it was, great.
Mhm.
People are happy.
Yeah,
So we're solving some drainage issues.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
and those asbestos water lines.
Yep.
Yeah.
Keep knocking that list down shorter and
Mhm.
shorter every year. Excuse me. Any other questions for the engineers?
I don't have any more.
I'll make a motion to approve as presented.
I'll second that motion.
All right, we have a
Awesome.
motion and a second. Got that, Michael? All right, any further discussion? Hearing
Great
none.
work.
Yeah, likewise, right. Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay.
Thank
Motion
you.
carries. Thank you for all your hard work. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Appreciate it.
guys.
Short agenda. We're all the way to committee reports already here. Anything interesting happened since last meeting a couple weeks ago?
No, I don't have Sue Kelly here today, so I'm going to do a little more work than I normally do. The Community Appearance Commission is scheduled to meet May 25th, 8:30 in the morning in this room. We're starting the process of the Community Appearance Awards, always a lively and fun process. And we've had a lot of redevelopment the last 2 years on a very large scale. So this round of awards makes it a little more interesting. So because that is one of the categories: redevelopment, new development, and then kind of like multi-strip mall. So yeah, that's all I have. We're meeting in a few weeks and ready to go.
Yeah. I think we're so close to getting all the bypass things done and a whole bunch of big projects, sidewalks getting done, that by the time summer rolls around, we're gonna look as good as we've looked in a long time. It'll be good thing to see. Bunch of big projects going. Any other committee reports?
I have mine. Let's see if I can remember what we went over. It was an hour ago. We had our committee meeting for the streets improvements special projects committee, and basically we heard from some folks in general. Some residents of Kildare Hills and some of their issues that they had sent in, some questions they had about their streets and water situations. And we listened to their concerns. And then we looked at our plan. We have obviously a capital projects plan in place. And in that plan, what we voted on tonight is next up and was next up in our plan. And then follow that with a project that will be a memorial, which will be 24-25 project. And since the last committee meeting, the staff and a couple of members of our committee went out, graded all the roads in Kildare Hills, all 61, 63?
2-3 miles.
2-3 miles. And ranked the roads and in conditions of those roads to show priority for future capital projects. And I think at the next meeting we will start to look at what will be behind Memorial's project, which is the next project we'll vote on as a board. But tonight's project that we approved was next in line. And,
And memorials after that, and then next
memorial, and then we'll talk about what's next. And we also nominated and approved Skip Jones as our vice chair on the committee. It was a good meeting, well attended, and we got a lot done. So.
So did it,
Well, that being said, we're basically staying on the same
Course.
path, same course that we presented to you in the past.
did you notice if many roads changed order on that list? Or sometimes
Oh,
there are
yes.
surprises when you go out there.
Yeah, you'll have a more complete list, but it was interesting. American Engineering presented to us that 3.97 miles of poor condition roads were upgraded to excellent between 2017 and 2022. 1.2 miles of streets fell to the poor condition during that same time period, 2017 to 2022. There are a total of 4.39 miles of remaining poor condition streets as of the 2022 rating that they just completed. And then between 2023 project to be awarded tonight and the project that's planned for 2024-25, an additional 1.19 miles of poor condition streets will be upgraded to excellent. So just in that time period. So we're chipping away at it. One thing that they mentioned is, as we get these roads replaced, repaired, and get them all up to excellent, the process of repaving them will be cheaper,
Easier the next
easier.
time.
It'll be that.
Mhm.
What do you call it? Chip and, say it again. Chip and
Mill and fill.
mill and fill.
Mill and fill. You take it up, put it back.
Versus restarting
Yep.
the whole process. Everything will be able to be mill and fill, and that will be, a good
More
process,
affordable in
more
the future.
affordable, efficient.
Mhm.
We can do more with our money. So, but we're a ways from that with 63 miles of roads killing Will. So, but we're working on it, and I think we're the best town as far as really paying attention to maintaining our roads.
Yeah, I like those numbers. You can kind of see the path. It's never quite as you expect it, but it's close. And so, yeah, we're within a few years of really getting that poor list to zero, even though things keep getting on it.
And they made a color map, which is great. So anybody wants to see there
Can
what
look
the
around.
road looks like, what it's been graded at, can get a hold of that. I think the town's website, we're gonna have it on there, and of course you guys will all have it.
Super. Yeah, people ask about that all the time. I know they ask me and probably ask you too, don't they? Yeah. Yeah, it's good to know. Super. Thanks for bringing us that. Terry, you have anything?
Nothing for me, Mayor.
All right. We go into commissioner's agenda, which is different from reports.
Nothing here.
Nothing there.
I just wanted to bring up one quick thing. The cottage court development that's on the ocean front. I wanted to ask planning staff if, I think for me personally, it has some unintended consequences that I have some concerns about. And I'd like us to, I think the intent was very good, and I think it still solves the problem of, or not problem, but it solves a few problems in that we are maybe reducing the event homes, giving some options to the event homes. But I think it could maybe be revisited with some tweaks. And I talked to staff earlier in the day quite a bit about this. And so I just wanted to, with your consent, I'd like
I
to
agree.
see
I
if
agree.
we can maybe task the planning department with just listening.
Sure. Yeah, we talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we could come up with
Okay.
pretty good lists for you guys
Yeah.
to take a look at and
Thanks.
see what possibly do
Yeah.
about them.
What you may
Awesome.
be able to tweak or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Density, building heights,
Yeah.
setbacks.
Just get a little bit more of a compromise, or maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was a very successful project in that that ordinance change, in that it incentivized something other than gigantic houses to be
Right.
built.
Right.
At the same time, you don't really know the consequences until it's built. So I think within the next 6 months or a year, they'll post, what those things are renting for, and we'll see, is that enough of an incentive? Is there room in the margins for a little extra squeeze to get the very best solution possible? So the work is never done, but and it's not probably what everyone wants to see, but at the same time, there are homes that are smaller than any homes have been built in a long time. So at least we have that, even if there's a lot of them on that lot. So always room to grow and room to improve. So yeah, I think we're all in consensus on that one.
Thank you.
Any other?
Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Good point.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Temp. I don't know if anybody else plans on just reminding the group, but we do have the fire station EMS groundbreaking Wednesday at 2:00. And our folks are encouraged to either park at Meekins Field or the carpooling station. And, hope this, I'm game time decision on that, but I hope we can all make it. It'll be a pretty cool day.
Yes, I will be there. Looking forward to it. All right, I guess that gets us into the mayor's agenda, and we all start off with that. Yeah, let's say a few words, try to tie the past to the future. A really exciting moment. The partnership with the county has been great, and we'll see a lot of folks from the county there as well. The site is looking like it's ready to have some folks, like I said, wear appropriate footwear. It's a lot of sand over there. I have a few proclamations and resolutions to bring to you this evening. The first highlights the importance of our first responders and the critical role that our law enforcement plays in maintaining our communities while protecting the rights and interests of all the citizens and visitors, keeping the town of Kiltaville safe as a place to work, visit, and live. And the second recognizes that knowledge and planning are the keys to making a beach outing successful and uneventful. Safety on our coast is essential for beachgoers of all ages and backgrounds, whether homegrown, seasoned, surfer, first-time visitor. Everybody's encouraged to prepare for their beach time and be safe, know the latest beach conditions. And finally, I've been contacted by folks at the Lost Colony who asked me to bring this to you as well. The outdoor symphonic drama has been a fixture, of course, on the Outer Banks for decades and decades. almost 85 years here, yeah. And the resolution there expresses our town's support of the ongoing community production. So I recommend approval of these proclamations and resolutions, and I'd like to make that motion if I could.
Second.
Got a double second, that's the way I like it. Any further discussion? Hearing none, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Thank you so much for the support of those. In other news, very excited that Lindley and I have the amazing opportunity to go out Oregon Inlet tomorrow morning and see the nourishment engineering marvels with our own eyeballs tomorrow. So super excited. Had to hustle up some steel-toed shoes. Made me wonder what I'm getting into.
Just remember one thing,
It's scary.
one hand for yourself, one hand for the boat.
There you go, said by the true professional.
Yeah.
We just came off a boat trip, of course, yeah. See, I'll be holding on with both hands like this. Try to take a picture with my phone. All right, so that's exciting, yeah, really nice to be able to do that. I think I've covered everything here. Yep, and yep. So next item is town manager's agenda.
No, sir, not tonight.
And the town attorney, please tell us we're not being sued by anyone.
Well, I don't know.
All right, good, there is that.
No, nothing for me, man.
Nothing you
Thank
don't know about.
Thank you very much. Nothing new.
No news.
Let's say it that way.
Always busy, but I'm seeing.
Oh,
Let's see, next item is the consent agenda.
yes, thank you. The minutes from the April 26, 2023, the March 2023 monthly report, partnership report from the Outer Banks Family YMCA, Executive Director Jamie Kutch is showing, submitting the annual report, which highlights the services provided directly to Kiltaville Hills services by the YMCA. And lastly, appointment to the Kiltaville Hills Local Firefighter Relief Fund Board with our former finance director Beverly Kissinger retiring. The fire department's recommending appointing the Kiltaville Hills finance director Angel Dowdy to fill the position, and approval of the consent agenda will make that appointment to the relief fund board, and staff recommends approval of the consent agenda as presented in the motions in order.
I'll make a motion to approve.
All right, we have a motion on the floor and a second. Any further discussion on the consent agenda? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries. We have the consent
Wonderful,
agenda.
thank you.
Thank you. This brings us to our second opportunity for our shy folks to move to the podium. Pete is not shy.
You wasn't there.
90 seconds.
Excellent.
Um,
Take your time.
A
We're
lot of people have been honored tonight, and I join honoring the staff at all levels for what we do for highway work in town and drainage and all of that. And you for your commitment, your financial resolve to do the hard things, and you're reaping dividends now. But when we had the moment of silence at the beginning of this meeting, I thought about another member of the team, and that's the young men and women that go out there and build it and make it happen. Some of you may know that an asphalt superintendent lost his life on I-40 in Raleigh at about a little after 3 a.m. on Wednesday morning, when a gentleman with no license nor any insurance and a great deal of alcohol in his system came through a barricade and killed that asphalt superintendent. And it reminds me of the dangers that our highway workers face. And it's especially personal for me because that was my nephew, C.J. Bryant, that lost his life at that time. And he leaves behind a widow and 4 children of various ages. So That might even be a subject of proclamation someday to express appreciation for our infrastructure workers. Thank you very
Absolutely.
much and good evening.
Great idea.
Sorry for your
Thank you.
condolences.
Condolences, yeah.
No, truly, it's
Never great to lose anybody, and it's especially hard when it's something senseless.
Yeah.
A couple of losses in my circle this week, and both of them younger than me. That always spooks you. But I thank the board for their support on, the moment of silence is an important part of every month and every meeting.
Indeed.
To take a moment and think, be appreciative of every day. You never know.
Yeah.
That's right.
Someone's going through a barricade for you. So again, our condolences, sir. Thank you. All right, well, I guess that is one more chance for public comment. I know you were trying to get up. No? Okay. I don't ever want anybody to feel like I cut them off. All right, well, we'll close public comment. Any other comments anybody like to make? Public comment? Hearing none, 29 minutes of flat, maybe down for record breaking here.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
I second that motion.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 We are adjourned. Thank you.
Smart on my part at the time, but I thought you.
So one of my DJs passed away yesterday, and I just didn't even know he was sick. He was like kidney failure or or something. He can't be 35. And then my neighbor across the street has his three kids.
Yes,
And
well,
six
about
across from
the
my wife's house.
until it is.
Terrible, terrible.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
what
Overdose.
merits does it have and what happens to it.
Okay, so that's already gone back.